Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Splatoon 2. I'm Saber. In the previous episode, we started the game. In this episode, well, we're going to continue the single-player campaign and hopefully do some online multiplayer. So let's begin by going into the second level. Welcome to Octopia, the Summerwind Rises. Ooh, this looks nice. Well, maybe not for the Inkling, who will dissolve instantly if he jumps into water, but for me, as a human, yeah, it looks nice, and I wouldn't mind coming here for a vacation. Crystal clear blue waters, a nice blue sky, even though those are just monitors hung on the ceilings of the domes to give the illusion of a sky. Yeah, this place is looking kind of nice, as long as I'm on a boat or something. I really need a vacation. Although technically one is coming up for me in, as of this recording, 40 days. Although, I'm not sure how much you'd call attending a convention and spending an exorbitant amount of money a vacation, but it's at least a 5-day weekend away from work. And I don't have to worry about the normal Thursday and Friday bullshit for once, but I'm kind of afraid what the place will look like when I come back on the Tuesday. But, oh well, I'll worry about it then. Right now, I just want to focus on Splats 2, because that's what Salmon Run is going to be for, telling fun work stories. Anyways, here's the sunken scroll in this level. But getting back to that 40 days, it's important for another reason. I'm actually giving myself a time limit to try and complete this Let's Play. I basically want the vanilla Splatoon 2 done before going to this convention, which I might as well just say it's Anime North, starting May 24th. But I'm there for the 23rd in Toronto. But considering the time between episodes in my For the Frog the Bell Tolls Let's Play, we'll see how successful that will be, especially with my friends. Oh look, a call starting in Discord. That's a squeegee. They suck up ink, but they're pretty harmless. Oh, joy. The squeegees are back. Although I guess when traveling through ink is your main mechanic, having something to clean it up and impede you does make sense. Going back to that vacation tangent, I was wondering what other Nintendo worlds would be a nice spot for a vacation. I guess the obvious answer is Woohoo Island from Wii Sports Resort, but that feels like cheating for choosing an actual vacation resort island. Same with Isle Delfino. The Mushroom Kingdom's probably pretty nice. Dreamland 2, if you can get there the one day of the week it's not being threatened by eldritch abominations. Anyways, up here is the piece of Sardinium in this level, just located in some boxes. What other Nintendo worlds are there for a vacation? Hyrule and the Fire Emblem worlds might be nice, but I'm not sure about the lack of modern conveniences. Plus there's Demon Kings and dragons that attack every other day. That's what the Nintendo Universal Theme Park needs. Oh, sorry, theme park is closed, Calamity Ganon has been released again, Grima is attacking, Marx is causing the Sun and Moon to fight, Bowser also kidnapped Princess Peach, so I'm not sure if I'm actually getting paid. It's the only authentic Nintendo experience. Anyways, we just picked up the second new special ability. It's called Splashdown. By clicking the right control stick, you jump up into the air and splash a bunch of ink around. It's actually a bit more interesting in multiplayer, where you can add it into your super jump, and it helps protect you when you come down. Okay, other Nintendo worlds for vacation. The Xenoblade worlds. I'm gonna have to go with no on that. Xenoblade 1 has like the giant killer robots, Xenoblade Cross, Mira in general, and the whole humans being extinct and being exterminated kind of thing. No. And Xenoblade Chronicles 2. No. Just for reasons which I won't get into because this game is still kind of technically new and lots of spoilers. So for my ultimate Nintendo vacation, I think I might have to actually lean towards the Pokemon world. It has its own fair share of problems, such as the crime rate, but it's apparently safe enough for like a 10-year-old to actually walk around the world unsupervised, so yeah. Anyways, that concludes this level and the tangent of fictional worlds that Saber would like to go on vacation in. And let's see what this sunken scroll has to say. Music heads are still buzzing over that legendary underground show 2 years ago. Anyone lucky enough to catch DJ Octavio's opening set and the Squid Sisters headlining had their minds blown and their lives changed that night. They are not joking. This sunken scroll is important for two reasons. The first, in the lore of the Splatoon series, because of the Calamari incantation, massive changes happen to the Octarians, which we'll find out about eventually. The second, In the corner of this sunken scroll is Agent 3, and it reveals that they are canonically female. Not that it matters though, and when it does come into play, you do get to choose Agent 3's appearance. But that's quite a bit away from here, and not even in vanilla Splatoon 2, so let's continue on to the next level. Sunset Octocopter, dash and jump. Unlike the previous level, I don't have that much prepared for this one, and honestly, I've got to actually work on my improvising skills so that my videos aren't stuck in editing hell. What I'd do for being able to do everything in one take and being happy with it with no stuttering or awkward pauses. But it's time for one of the best changes from Splatoon 1, the ride rails. I'm personally just calling them grind rails. Because now, instead of just going through the ink tubes or rails or whatever they were in the first game, you grind on them. And this just reminds me so much of Sonic Adventure 2, and that has got to be one of my favorite games of all time. Although in recent years, it probably has dropped pretty low on that list because it hasn't aged all that well, but it's still good. And I just wish more games had grind rails. Ink pistons, I don't recommend you touch those. No, but seriously, don't touch those. Yeah, we're gonna actually have to listen to Marie here because they pretty much instantly shatter whatever armor you're wearing. So these are just pistons of pink pain. Although I am probably way too cautious around these things. Anyways, here's where the piece of Sardinium is. Octocopter, splat 'em out of the sky. I do actually like Marie's dialogue. It has a lot more personality than Captain Cuttlefish's did in the first game. Timing is the key to a long and existent life. Really, Marie? I thought it was not being enlisted to a war against your will. Just saying, I'm kind of not here of my own free will, and you forced me into this life and death situation of fighting a war against your mortal enemies who kidnapped your grandfather once. Just saying, my death is on your hands, so I hope you don't mind all that blood, and I am going to make sure that my ink is a real pain in the ass to get out of your kimono. Understand, Marie? Anyways, here's this level's sunken scroll. Wow, how convenient that the launch pad went right to a grind rail. Honestly, the Octarians could have just made sure it went right into the abyss and they would no longer have to worry about Agent 4. Or does this suddenly appearing grind rail mean that Lady Palutena is actually helping us? Gotta love those perks now that Agent 3 is in Smash Brothers. And we picked up the Stingray. The single-player Stingray actually differs greatly from the multiplayer Stingray. Mainly, the multiplayer Stingray was buffed. If it stays up for a few seconds, it gets a shockwave which increases its damage radius. The single player just stays the same, and it stays how it was the day the game was released. Remember to think before you leap. Because when you leap without a net, you'll find it won't be there all the time, so watch your step now, watch your step, don't fall. Anyways, with that reference out of the way, level complete! And now to read the Sunken Scroll. We're moving. Ammo Knights will be moving to a new location soon. Many thanks to our loyal customers for your support. So, nothing too new or groundbreaking there that wasn't already covered in the Squid Sisters stories. The boss kettle's open. You've got this, Agent 4. Actually, no, I don't. We're not doing the boss right now. We're going to play online now. Welcome to the lobby, your gateway to online multiplayer battles. As you battle, you'll raise your level and earn cash. A higher level will let you access the freshest gear in the shops, and all new battle modes here in the lobby, so get that level up. If you want to buy weapons and gear, you gotta earn some cash first. So if you want the freshest gear, you gotta battle as much as you can. But enough talk, have at you. Let's get you started with a regular battle. As your level increases, don't forget to talk to the shopkeepers in the plaza. Alright, go get 'em. So, welcome to the lobby. Much like the previous game, you have to be level 10 or higher to go into ranked battles. New to this game is league battles, but you have to be B- in ranked. There is also battles with friends, but this friend account doesn't have any friend codes, and there's also private battles. But we're not going to worry about that, and instead we're just going to go in and fight and do a regular battle. Let's begin. and welcome to the Reef. Or, I guess, welcome to guess when this video was recorded, because this is the old version of the Reef. Yeah, I'm not gonna hide it, this video was recorded almost a year ago, and due to numerous issues that I went over in the previous video, I only now got around to kicking my ass into gear to editing and posting this. So, looking back at my Let's Play of Splatoon 1, one of the things that I didn't exactly like was that I didn't really focus on the online multiplayer. So I'm going to try and remedy that a bit with this Splatoon 2 Let's Play. However, it's not going to be full weapon walkthroughs because I don't really think that's my style, and if you've watched any of my Splatfest footage, you know I religiously stick with the custom Splattershot Jr. And it's no secret that I can't use chargers. Actually, this footage is so old that the custom Splattershot Jr. and the Splattershot Jr. didn't receive the buff of 10% more ink yet. Anyways, I guess I'll try and figure this out as I go along. But between this game still getting updates, although they're just balance patches at this point, and trying to reach my deadline, I'm not thinking of doing in-depth stuff, maybe just quick notes. Like I said, I'll figure this out as I go along. Anyways, the Splattershot Jr. comes equipped with the Splat Bomb and the Ink Armor. The Ink Armor being the replacement to the Bubbler in the first game. And I guess it's stronger in that you don't have to touch your teammates to give them armor now. However, unlike the Bubbler, it only negates 30 points of damage and then it breaks. Honestly, this is a good starter weapon. I just prefer the custom Splattershot Jr. for having Ink Storm and being able to cover more ground with it. But Ink Armor is always good to have. If it can negate one hit, well, that can make the difference. What else is there to talk about? Well, the Reef was one of 2 stages in the test fire for Splatoon 2, and like I said, this is the old version of the Reef, and it has since been updated. But that was the first major update or changes that the stages had. The pre-release version of the Reef was completely different. The center was much more flat, and there was a thinner wooden bridge as well. However, I think you can only actually see this in the Switch Presentation 2017 trailer, and any footage from that event. Anyways, I don't think I have much else to talk about right now. I just feel really bad for this other team, especially since they're perpetually in danger, and I didn't mean to slaughter you all. It's been a while, but going over this footage, it feels like I was intentionally trying to avoid them in the last minute to give them a bit of a fighting chance, but unfortunately, it didn't matter, and, well, they still lose. I probably should have tried to avoid them for the majority of the match, but something tells me the result probably would have been the same. Especially since the dynamo disconnects here at the 24-23 second mark. So for the last 20 seconds, it was essentially 4 versus 3, and in Splatoon, a number difference such as that is a huge disadvantage. Well, on that note, that's gonna be the end of this episode. In the next episode, we're gonna fight the first boss, and hopefully continue with some online. So, until then, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.